Okay, quite a complicated question here. We're given two sides of a field, or a scale diagram of two sides of a field, and we're asked to locate exactly where point D is and draw the rest of the field. We're told first of all that the bearing of D from C is 260 degrees. Now what that means, bearings are always measured clockwise from the point you're travelling from. So what it means is there's C, we draw a north line at C. Okay, that keyword is from. From C means the north line is at C, and we now know that the bearing of D from C is 260 degrees. So if C is there, D is going to be somewhere along this line, so that this angle is 260 degrees. Well, the protractor only goes up to 180, so the easiest way is to make sure that this angle here is 100 degrees, because 260 plus 100 makes 360. So what I'm going to do is grab my protractor, and from point C, so I'm going to put my protractor so that it's exactly on the end of C, and I'm going to measure an angle of 100 degrees in this direction, which is the same as 260 in this direction. So if I count 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 degrees is in this direction. So now I can get rid of the protractor, and I now know that my point D is somewhere along this line between C and here. So let's just use a straight line to show it. So C is somewhere along this line here. Now at the moment we don't know how far along that line it is, so let's just make sure that sits on the end. So we now need to work out where D is. It's somewhere along this line, but we're not quite sure where. We're now told that AD is actually 480 meters, and we know that on the diagram 1 centimeter is the same as 50 meters. Okay, so we've got something is 480 meters, and we know that 1 centimeter is the same as 50 meters. So if we use our calculator, we can see that what we've actually done there is we've divided by, if we do 480 divided by 50, that comes out as 9.6. So actually we have here, to go from here to here, multiplied by 9.6, which means that to work out the length of AD, it's going to be 9.6 times 1 centimetre, which is obviously 9.6 centimetres. So I'm going to use my ruler now to measure 9.6 centimetres from C, and that will take me directly to point D. So let's just rotate it a little bit around, get it in the right position, put my ruler on. 9.6 centimetres, well there's 9.6, about there, okay, which means that my point D is about here. So point D is there. All I need to do now is put in the last side of my square. So if I just use a ruler to go from A towards D, so it's not a square, it's a quadrilateral, that then is your 9.6 centimetres. So this angle here is 100 degrees, and there's point D.